What have you been saying to you about you and over you? The words that you've been using, even quietly in your mind, just to yourself, your inside mutter. I always say your mutter matters, right? It's an inside job. Are they the kind of words that you'd be embarrassed about if you had to say them to your best friend? You wouldn't even think about saying that. You wouldn't contemplate that. But you're saying them over you. I'm not good enough. I'm not capable enough. I'm not qualified enough. I'm not competent enough. Just not good enough. I'm too thin, or I'm too fat, or I'm too young, or too old. It's too late. It's that ship has sailed, Sean. You've tried that before. I've tried that before. It just doesn't work. My memory sucks. I'm terrible with names. My body's falling apart. They say you're getting old when your back goes out more than you do. My back's going out all the time. What are the words that you're saying over you? As I say, not always out loud. Some people talk to themselves, but usually it's in your mind, those thoughts that you have about yourself. Do you realize that your brain and your mind are listening to you? And they're obedient. They just take your words as gospel. They say, yes, sir, no, yes, ma'am, so be it. They don't judge your thoughts. They just accept them as gospel, as good, as this is what you want to create. And therefore they go out and they create that neural pathway, that new path in your brain, that habit, that belief, that paradigm that drives your behavior. And because of that, your results that you're getting in life. So let me ask you something. What have you said to yourself lately? And do you even reflect on that? Do you even take the time to think about that? This morning, my reminder went off, as it does every morning, to be intentional. I'll pop that up on the screen. Set yourself an alarm, a reminder, a kind of a pattern interrupt in your day to think to yourself, am I being intentional? Am I in this space? Am I being present in the moment? Am I giving my attention to what I'm saying about myself and over myself? Am I speaking life? Am I speaking life? Your words are so powerful. Life and death are in the power of the tongue. And it's time for you to speak life into that metaphorical valley of dry bones, isn't it? Starting in your mind and in your brain. I'm a walker. I love to walk, but I didn't start out walking an hour or 90 minutes a day. I started with just a few minutes and a few miles. And then it grew every day. I created a new habit path. Similarly, you create a path every day in your life. A lot of those paths are already ingrained, right? You came into life and right up to the age of 7, your subconscious mind took everything, every nuance, every thought, every tone, every action that you perceived as a little child. That was gospel. That's how life is, about money, about your health, about relationships, husbands and wives, moms and dads interact, how the children treat children, how life treats you, what that means. All of that became your ingrained belief system. And then, as I've said before in many of my videos, we add fuel to the fire as adults. And we start telling ourselves that same story of what is possible or not possible in our lives. Now, I'm excited to be launching a new program to help you transform your life from the inside out. No more hurrying, no more rushing around and forcing and striving. It's time to live your purpose from the inside out. A purpose-inspired life. I'm not about a purpose-driven life. I don't want to be driven. I want to be inspired from the inside and out. And an abundant life. We've been called to live an abundant life. But here's the thing. You can chase abundance or you can birth abundance. It's an inside job. For those that have been chasing abundance, you'll know. You know, as I'm speaking to you right now, if you've been chasing abundance. You've got the things, you've got the toys, you've got the external stuff, but inside of you, you're feeling unsettled. You feel there's a yearning inside of you for being more, for living a purpose-inspired life. You've done the grind, you've done the graft, but your get up and go has got up and gone, man. You're exhausted. You're stuck and you're frustrated with your life. Well, welcome home. I want to tell you, I've been there and done that. This program will be an opportunity for you to transform your life from the inside out, to shift your mindset, your thinking, your beliefs, from beliefs about scarcity, lack, and struggle, to fall in love with possibility, to fall in love with life. You're going to fall in love with life all over again, or maybe for the first time ever. So DM me. This is Sean from the beautiful Wonders of South Africa. I'm a pharmacist and a mindset coach, and I am excited to bring to market a program that really can transform your life. I've used these principles and these practices in my own life as I've journeyed over the last 30, 40 years in the personal growth and development industry as a coach of the last 15, 20 years, helping not only my own self, but many clients to really transform their lives from the inside out. And I've got to say that's probably in the last 5 or 6 years that I've really placed an emphasis on slowing down, being present in the moment. And man, do I have a long way to go still. As a parent, as a husband, as a businessman, doing life differently, it's going to challenge you. Because everything inside of you, all your paradigms that have been formed and those networks that have been formed are going to scream and cry out for your attention, to do it a different way. But you know that there's more. You know that there's a better way. And that's what I want to share with you in my new course called Mind Your Success that I'll be launching shortly. So if you want your name to be put onto the waiting list, get in touch with me. This has been Sean. And until later, have a wonderful Wednesday. Cheers. Bless you.